like it.
Time to talk over the song, you mean?
No. Don't do it.
So this is more of a starter home, you would say.
Starter what?
It's a starter home.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so last time you guys made your way up the river to Yartar, didn't run into all that much on your way north, managed to navigate the river in the dark, and arrived a couple hours after sundown at Yartar to find the city in disarray, fires, fighting, and came to learn that at least where you were trying to enter the city, the Zentarum were in charge of the wall. You were given some information by a man who was trying to sneak in to steal food to feed his family. He told you he was unsuccessful. You didn't give him any food. And then Theron and Grimgar teleported, dimension doored into the city to check out Kolbaz's villa. Found out that the Zentarum were in control of it. Scryed on Kolbaz and discovered that he was apparently sleeping in some kind of workshop, and you didn't know where. At which point, Yalmix, Erkin, and Maxon were given permission to enter the city by the Zentarum, and were told to head up to Kolbaz's villa to meet with Snagmother, because Erkin had requested that he be able to go and see her. On their way, they ran into Theron and Grimgar coming back, and when you got together, you were ambushed in the street. The assumption was initially made that these were Zentarum. Erkin shouted out that he was Zentarum and to stop, and they told you that they are not, in fact, Zentarum. What else? So we've been kind of relaxed on it for a few months now, but I would like people to try to stay in character tonight for some roleplay stuff that is likely coming up tonight. So try to stay in character as much as you can. I know it's not always easy, etc. All right, so we are in the middle of combat. We are on kind of the bottom left of the screen. And it is currently Theron's turn.
Okay. Now, if I remember correctly, I was thinking of using Cone of Cold. Be sure.
You can take a minute because I just put you on the map.
I did give that guy money, if not food. Just for
did
clarity
you? Okay.
on that recap, yeah.
I didn't remember that.
Paul Shoemaker and Seller was his name.
Right, Paul Shoemaker and Seller.
Okay, I'm just going to actually use a fireball ball from my necklace.
Okay.
And I will use that.
All right. That will definitely hit everybody. Now the necklace one. What's the DC on that? It says in the necklace. Yeah, I think it's a 15. I'll start rolling it while you look it up. Let's see. Goons. Dexterity save. We've got one. Only two goons, maybe. Okay. And then we've got these dudes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them.
15.
And then we've got one of this. And you did 30 damage. Okay, so the first one, he saves, he takes 15 damage. Second one, he saves, he takes 15 damage. And then the swashbucklers save, 15 damage. Next one, I'm starting top to bottom just for damage purposes. Fail, 30 damage. Fail, 30 damage. And you can tell the 30 damage on those guys doesn't quite bloody them, but they're close. Fail, 30 damage. And succeed, 15 for the were-tiger. Who, funny enough, had 15 hit points left. So he burns up and dies.
Ah.
Hooray.
So basically the uppermost 4 bad guys took 15 damage, and the bottommost 3 guys took 30.
Perfect.
Do you want to move?
Want to keep my flank on so that Grimgar can get some hits in.
All right.
So I'll stay. I'll be the
Erkin,
meat shield.
here you go.
Let's give Hunter's Mark to. Are these guys blinded? Any of them? Remember that? Because I have advantage, I think. If
You
they
know,
are.
I didn't mark any of them, but I believe the
don't
guy
think
on I think the guy on the left is. I think the goon survived it. Well, we can look, can't we?
Yeah, we should be able to scroll up here.
Dagger,
See,
rapier,
Constitution.
Constitution. Yeah, that one that says 317, I don't think was supposed to have advantage. I think he got a 3, so I'm right. The swashbuckler is blinded, and it's until the end of their next turn. Right?
Yes.
Not the current turn they're fighting you. I think that's what we did to make it.
There's another goon that rolled a 6 on Constitution.
Blinded on fail until end of next turn. Okay, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on that guy, and I'll start
You think
whipping him.
one of the other goons is blinded too, Travis?
Yeah, it says one of them rolled a 6 on Constitution as well.
Okay.
We go up a little bit further.
No, that one I think he missed, and I rolled it and then realized that he missed, so it didn't matter.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely don't remember.
That's what I think happened, so that's how I'm gonna do it. Hunter's Mark on what? The one on the left, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you have disadvantage?
It's the advantage. That's disadvantage, isn't it? Yep, wrong one.
Okay, so you got an 18 at hits.
Okay. Yeah.
You got to roll your Hunter's Mark damage, right? Oh no, it's already in there. So he took 14.
Check.
Okay. Yeah. The second one, 29, barely hits.
Really?
No, I mean the 18 hit, so I don't think the 29 barely.
You gotta explain that.
Was
You know
joking.
what I mean? Well, like, what are the viewers gonna think? You know?
They're smarter than you.
I say, I'm gonna whip you to death, dude.
Okay, but
To
that's
be fair, I was confused.
I know. That's the end of your turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. He says, "Oh, I don't know who you are because I'm blind."
The guy whipping you.
Maxon.
I want to shoot the one you just whipped.
Okay. He is blinded. You have advantage. I think. Hold on, let me
Boys.
check. Attackers have advantage. Yep. 19. It's a hit. He takes 13 necrotic damage. Okay.
Hit him again.
Okay. Yep, that kills him. Ah, I can't see.
Dad. I wanna move.
You have one attack left too.
This is Meow.
Yes. You not see his name?
Not his name.
Yeah, I don't see his name for some reason. Yeah, there it goes.
I guess I'll just attack this guy instead.
I mean, I try not to make any tokens your color, by the way, for the outline. The one in the front, Rob?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, the 21 hits. He takes 14 damage. All right.
Do not recognize Meow Mix.
Oh, I see then.
Okay, are you moving?
No, I'll stay where I am.
All right. Okay, well, that guy having died, the one goon is going to surround Erkin. And then his attacks are at advantage, and he's going to scimitar. 26.
It's a hit.
5 slashing. And 20 is a miss. And then he daggers. 12 is a miss. And then the other guy is going to attack you, the one on your right. That's a hit, 9 damage. Second one is a hit, 5 damage, and dagger. That's a miss. Alright, and the swashbucklers go immediately after. I'll start with the two that are on Theron. He's gonna go rapier. Does an 18 hit?
I would, but I probably will cast shield.
You have like charges out of your robe or something for that?
Yeah, I have 3 charges
Okay.
with the robe.
So your AC is now 21. Okay.
Yes, sir.
He attacks again. Miss. He daggers. Miss. Other guy. Rapier. Natural 20 for 6 damage.
What a loser.
Oh, that's horrible. Alright, second rapier miss and dagger. 24. You take 7 damage. He did more damage with a dagger than he did with a critical on his rapier.
That's hilarious.
He rolled 2 ones
Wow.
on his crit.
Do con saves for those guys that were beat me.
Oh. Okay, from now on, if you don't say anything, I'm not going to retcon it.
I just wanted to know if you would do it on your own.
No. Okay, how many times did you get hit?
So, like 3 times. At least.
Okay, they're fine. And then I guess these guys would probably just try to flank Max in. I guess that's what makes sense. Let's see. Rapier on Maxon. That's a miss. That's a hit. 5 piercing. Maxon.
5.
Yep. And then a dagger. That's a hit. 8 piercing. And then the second guy goes. That's a miss. He fucking whips his rapier by accident and goes flying across the. It's like over here now, with double natural ones. And then
Terrible
he's
roll.
going to try to dagger you. Natural 20. While you're looking at his rapier go flying from his hand, he stabs you in the chest. And you take another 8 damage. You haven't marked any of your damage yet, so I hope you're keeping track.
I did it all.
Okay. What's next?
Here, mix.
That's it. Meow Mix is up. Uh, you can leave the bonfire there for now. All right. He pulls out his net.
Nah.
He pulls out his net and he's gonna throw it at the guy that's next to him. 23.
Hooray.
The guy takes 2 damage and is now trapped in a net. He
What an
is
idiot.
he is restrained. Which one means restrained? This one. Link. And then does he have a bonus action he can use? Yep, he's gonna toss a healing word at Theron. A little bit of healing, 7 for you.
Thank you.
And that's
Oh.
his turn.
What
Grimgar,
was
you're
the
up.
word?
Have either of these
Neosporin.
guys by Theron been hurt?
Yeah, he hit
Fireball
them
did
both.
30
They
damage.
did 30 damage to both of them.
Hit him with. Oh, okay.
Antibacterial cream?
I'm gonna use Toll the Dead on the one furthest on the other side of Theron there.
Okay.
So he's gonna make a Wisdom saving throw.
16?
It's a fail. No, 17 was a DC, so it's 3d12.
Oh boy, that's a big range. Come on, 3 damage.
Wow, that's good
Ugh.
rolls.
Okay, well.
Whoa.
Nicely
Alright,
done.
he's still alive, but he's hurt pretty bad.
Darn. And then I'm gonna use
Remember I
spiritual
said
weapon.
remember I said that 30 damage almost bloodied him, so 27 certainly wouldn't finish him off.
I'll use spiritual weapon on a guy to the west of Maxon.
The guy to the west of Maxon. Okay,
To the
he
left,
is
or left.
restrained. Restrained means that attackers have advantage.
Okay.
Well, yeah, he would have advantage already anyway, right?
Not with his magic hammer that's flying next to the guy.
Not with me and Meow
No.
Mix.
First of all, it doesn't count. The attacker has to be flanking. Just because you two are flanking doesn't mean. And then his hammer never gets flanking because it's not a person. Natural 20 though. 20 damage. That's a lot of damage you did this round, Grimgar. You did 47 damage this
That
round.
might be the most damage I've ever done.
Travis literally did 60 damage to the 2 guys next to him.
Yeah.
Aw.
Of
That's
course, last fight you gave about 200 hit points to Maxon.
It's true.
true. I will stay here.
All right. Were Tiger is dead.
That's
So
not
Theron,
even,
you're
like,
being.
it's
What,
not
Rob?
even your new- So it's not even like one of his new elf powers either. It's like
All right.
something he's always had.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's true. It's better at everything.
Just better at everything.
I'm just going to use Thunderclap to
Okay.
hit 2 guys next to me.
All right. Con saves.
Do I get advantage? No, okay. Yeah, con save wouldn't be advantage. Never mind. Yes, it's con. DC 18.
Fail. Fail. They are good at dexterity, not at con.
Pretty shitty rolls there.
Yep.
3d8s.
Oh, I don't see it yet.
It's 11 damage to both of them.
Okay, well the guy to your north had 9 hit points, so he's dead.
Hey.
And the other one takes 11 damage. All right, you guys are mopping the floor with these chumps.
Yeah, we are. I'm done.
It still hasn't popped up for me either. It's gonna show up and be like 3 damage, and I'm like, you son of a bitch.
I rolled a 2, 1, and a 3 for 6 damage, and then my 5 for my evocation.
Oh yeah.
Did your Constitution rolls show?
Oh, I thought you were rolling it separately for some reason. I see it. Never mind. Erkin.
I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on the guy to my right.
Okay, so that's a recast.
And I'm going to whip him in succession.
Hit.
Well, I didn't check it. D6.
Okay. So 10 plus 6, 16. Nice.
I'll check it.
Cheated somehow, you son of a bitch.
I'm going to whip him to death.
Okay. 19 is a hit. Takes 10 damage from your second attack.
And then I say, you are next.
Okay.
Which guy did you say that to?
He like looks around and he's like, me?
He whipped him twice and then told him he was next.
Maxon, you're up.
Oh, you said
Also,
Maxon.
Maxon killed that guy, not you. So, like you said, I'm gonna whip you to death, and then he got shot with an arrow and died. Then you
I don't think he would have noticed. He was blinded.
Okay. And then you whipped somebody else, and then you said you're next. I mean, the whole thing is just out of whack.
I
Funny.
want to use my turtle claw on this guy.
Okay. The one to your left. Okay, you have advantage. The man is restrained. 26. 16 slashing damage. Okay. That's a lot of damage.
Do it again.
Oh, wow. Only 9 damage that time. Alright, he is still alive, but only just. You have one more attack left.
I'll do it again.
Alright. Yeah, that
I'll roll
kills him.
60
You're slashing this guy to death with your scimitar made from a dragon turtle's claw. And Meowmix is like, my net!
again. I'll buy you a new net. I'm sorry.
He like looks around. He's like, I got a whole bunch.
Clever meow mix.
Every time we play, like every Tuesday, whenever I see Meowmix's game for the first time, it always makes me smile. It's such a stupid game.
I don't want to take an opportunity attack, so I'll stay where I am.
All right. Goons. Erkin has a lot more hit points than I thought he would. Didn't you start the fight with 78 and then you got hit 3 times?
I got resistance today.
Oh, that's right. To non-magical?
Yeah.
Alright. Fine. These guys pissed off. They're gonna kill you now. With this! Miss. Alright. Try again. He misses again. Try again. Misses
What a
again.
noob.
Okay,
Try
other
again.
guy. He tries again. That's a hit. 10 slashing.
Yeah. Roll your thingy.
6. He's blinded.
Ah.
I didn't bother to turn the disadvantage thing off because too much work.
Wait, is that permanent? Like, you always
No,
blind somebody?
he's blinded until the end of his next turn. Whenever he gets hit by a melee attack, the attacking creature has to make a Constitution saving throw of a DC 10, so it's not hard to pass. But if they fail, they're blinded until the end of their next turn. And
Super annoying.
It's because of the metal his armor is made out of.
That's pretty cool.
He's got a special kind of metal. Let's see. That was attack number 1. So no more advantage for him. Scimitar, miss, dagger. Natural one, he loses that dagger. Okay. Next. Swashbucklers. The one in front of Maxon is going to use disengage. And then he is going to run to there. The other one is going to use disengage.
So no opportunity attack, correct?
Right.
Okay.
And that's their turn. Meow Mix says, like, looks around. He's like, "Who should I go after?"
One around the building.
Okay. I gotta turn on vision for him. Okay, yes, he can see that guy. He will use infestation. Con save. Fail. Alright. He's going to take 10 poison damage. And what else does infestation do? Anything?
It's gonna move in a random direction 5 feet.
5 feet in a random direction if it can move. Roll a d4. Jeez.
Who?
Okay. What?
Who do you want to roll a d4?
One. One is north. That's actually a good thing. He's easier to see now. Malik is like, he's right there. Here we go.
I think I'm gonna go after that dude. Yeah, I'm gonna go after him. 30 feet, so I can get up to him no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Get him, Grimathy.
And I want to try to knock him out
Okay.
with Q, if I could do that.
All right. Do we have knockout rules? I can't remember.
I don't remember either. I shouldn't have rolled with advantage either, sorry.
He just has to have a hit point left at least.
I can't
We've
remember.
Last time we knocked somebody out was like the first week we started playing.
Yeah, I can't remember if we, because in my other game we play when you're trying to, knock somebody out, you do like half damage or something, because you're not swinging with your full like force and stuff.
Sounds familiar.
Um, since I don't remember and I don't have anything written down, I'll just that didn't knock him out, but he took the damage.
Okay. I don't think I can use my spiritual weapon because I can't see it. So that'll be that.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, Theron.
Okay, so I'm gonna shoot the guy that's blinded by Erkin
Okay, you have advantage.
with
You
Ray
pull
of
it, your
Frost.
Glock.
Yeah, I shoot my Ray of Frost like it's a Glock.
15 misses.
Darn. Okay. And then I will follow Grimgar.
I mean, if you're gonna roll bad on a ray of frost. That's what I say. It's a cantrip. You're not really wasting anything. Erkin, your team has abandoned you.
Where's everyone going? And why isn't this guy dead yet? Let's whip him
Why aren't you dead yet?
on the right.
It's a hit.
Not dead though.
No.
Let's whip the guy on the left.
I don't think you've hurt these guys as much as you think you did.
Yeah, I'm not very strong these days. Let's whip the guy on the left.
Okay, 11 damage to the guy on the left.
Now I'm gonna bail on these guys and chase the guy who's running away. No one runs away from Merkin.
Okay, well the one next to you will definitely opportunity attack.
No, they won't.
Oh, that's right, you can't.
That's that was 35 feet. I can go around them. 45. That is it.
Okay. Maxon.
I was gonna shoot a tripping attack on that guy, but I'll shoot this guy.
Okay, you have advantage.
Still?
Yep.
Oh, I forgot I turned it off.
It doesn't go away until the end of his next turn. So, 21 for 12 damage, okay?
Another shot.
17 did not kill him, but it came close.
Yikes. I'll just finish him.
Okay. 7 is enough. He dies. Okay. 3 guys left.
I'll move to here.
Alright.
And I'm done.
So this guy is going to run to there. Alright. This guy next to Erkin. Oh, I missed something. He can disengage as a bonus action. So that's what he's going to do. Disengage as a bonus action. And he can still move 60 feet. Alright. And so this one, I guess we'll do the same thing. He'll disengage as a bonus action. He will run 15, 20, 25. Alright. Yelmix's turn. How far is that guy from Yelmix now? 45 feet. He's gonna fire an ice knife at this guy. 14 is a miss. And the guy has to make a dexterity save to avoid the exploding dagger. Natural 1! He takes 11 cold damage and dies. Yamik says, he died. Sorry.
Could be worse.
Grimgar's turn.
Which guy was that? The one where you were chasing that he
Yeah.
killed? Alright. Oh man, Meow Mix.
I can't
Just
knock him
jump
out
up
with
on
a
it.
spell.
Why don't you use your nut?
Yeah.
It's too far away for net.
Could use a knockout spell.
Guess
Who
I'm
do
gonna
you think
run
I
up.
am, Brett Favre?
Who's that?
He's a famous wood elf net thrower.
Ah, I should write that down. Sounds
Move
interesting.
He threw with his
this
left hand.
way. I do not see anybody I can get. I'll say, Ergen, where'd they go?
The north. Other way. Not down here. North. No, that's
Like
northeast. Other way. There you go.
So I will run up that way. So I'm dashing.
So,
That's debatable.
Done? Okay.
how fast are you now? You're 30 feet?
30 feet, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
My turn, I assume?
Yes.
.30 feet. And I will also dash. I don't think we need to slaughter these guys. I mean, everyone's fighting here. I don't think letting them get away is going to get us in trouble.
No. Just thought it
But
would
probably just get on our way.
be a nice offering to what's her face.
Which way were we heading to? Is it north?
Is what?
Are we going to which way were we going? We're going to the dude's house
I don't know where you guys are going.
before we ran into those guys. Where were we heading?
You and Grimgar had gone up to the villa and scoped it out and saw that it was covered in Zentarum. And you were going back to Erkin and Maxon when they ran into you, and Erkin said he wanted to go up and see Snagmother, and I believe you were saying I don't really see what the point is or something like that when we ended.
Really? I don't remember saying that. Did I say that guy?
because
Sounds
you
like it.
because you said that Bootlip was at the temple or at the not the temple, the
Oh yeah.
tomb, and Cloud was at tabaxidermy, and you didn't know if you had a reason to even go see Snagmother, is what you had said.
Oh.
And then you guys got attacked, so you never made a decision.
Okay. I
Erkin,
guess
it
we'll
is your
have
turn.
to wait until there's a time to talk.
Yeah, right. Let's go 20 feet. Look around. There's 35 feet. Where'd he go? You guys see him?
He went through the
see
alleyway over
anyone.
there.
That way?
Went through there.
Damn it. 45. Let's dash it. 10, 20, got 25 if left. I don't see shit. Can't be far. The whole 35. Aha! 40.
Aha!
Over here! And I will end my turn.
Okay. Maxon.
Would I be able to go in the sky and see them?
Sure, you want to fly?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, how do I do that? Put your boot token on. So I would say if you use your whole movement to go up 30 feet, you'll be able to see him. Okay.
Okay.
Let's use a dead guy as a place marker for where you actually are. I'm going to move you so that you can see them. Okay.
I want to use a tripping attack on him.
Okay. Which one?
The one that is actually I was gonna try on both of them if I could.
So which one first?
One in front of Erkin.
Okay.
That would be. Let me click on it. So one can see it. That's what it'll do. Do that.
14 is a miss.
I'll do a superiority die.
Okay. Which maneuver are you doing for that?
Precision strike, I think is.
Okay. So that's a hit now. Is there any reason why you can't use 2 maneuvers on the same attack?
I've done it before,
Well, that doesn't.
plenty of times. Like when I use it for my.
You can use only 1 maneuver per attack. Says it right there.
That's why.
Remember that sharpshooter is not a maneuver, it's a feat.
Oh yeah.
So you hit him now, and he'll take that damage, but you didn't trip him. So he
Okay.
takes 8 damage from that. You got 2 more attacks.
I still want to try and trip him.
Okay, shoot him again. See if you hit him. You rolled a 3. That's natural 20. There you go. So you hit him. Roll your d8. This is bonus damage now on the tripping attack.
Yep.
And then he has to make a strength saving throw or fall down. Natural. I've rolled a lot of natural ones tonight.
Oh.
So you did 23 damage on that attack, making up for your 8. And you have knocked him prone. Okay?
I want to knock the other guy.
Okay. 27's a hit. He takes 15 damage. Roll your d8. 21. All right. And he's got to make a strength save. Make sure you spend all these superiority dice.
Down to. Wait, do I can
Natural
not
20.
count. I can not count that one that I tried with the other maneuver, right?
Yeah, I got to give the guy his health back, though.
I don't think you counted the 7. You only counted the 8.
The 7 was to the attack roll, though, because you said you were doing his precision strike. That made it a 21.
Oh, okay. I remember now.
And he took 8 damage. Okay, I'm going to leave it. So you use three maneuvers this turn.
Okay.
He rolled a natural 20, so he did not fall down.
Damn.
So I'm going to put you back where you were. You've got a bonus action if you want to use it.
No, I'm not gonna do that right now.
Okay. Well, this guy's going to use half his movement to get back up. He gets knocked down, but he gets up again. I think he's just going to attack Erkin.
He's gonna try to attack. Okay.
He's going to try to attack Erkin. 21 doesn't hit?
No. It's a natural 21.
Tries again. 23, you take 7 damage. And then dagger. Miss.
He's gonna roll.
Because he hit you. He succeeded. He's got 15 feet of movement left. I think he'll use it. So if you want an opportunity to attack him, you can.
Sure. Let's whip his face with the whip. What?
Oh
Yeah.
shit! All right, your whip gets wrapped around the tree next to you.
Can I re-roll that? Let's see. Is it only on attacks?
It's only on your turn. Reaction's not on your turn. So you got your whip stuck, wrapped around the tree. It's like caught in the branches and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, the other guy on his turn is gonna try to make a break for it. Cheese it. Next comes from guys. Oh, there you are. What's going on?
Hey.
It's this whole turn. Might as well let this bonfire down, huh?
Oh, Meow Mix.
He's so funny. Grimgar.
I'll say Maxon, where are those guys?
Northeast of here,
Go
in between buildings.
northeast. That's 20. That's 30, so I can move up to there. Ergen, where are those guys?
I think they went to the building to the east somewhere. They cast a spell on my whip, I think.
you see, you see, like the whips, and he's like trying to get it out, and like he's getting stuck now.
I guess I'll try running up that way just to see what the hell I can see.
He like slips and falls ass first in some dog shit.
Where is his whip?
It's wrapped up in a tree. He
Where
rolled a natural 1 on his opportunity
here?
attack.
To the east. I didn't see where they went after they attacked me.
Here. Alright. I don't see him. It's the end of my turn.
Okay.
I have a question because I never actually changed my attune stuff to the Ring of Telekinesis when we moved.
You absolutely could have changed it back.
Okay, so we can just
fact,
say that I changed it back to Y.
I assumed that you did.
Okay, I meant to, I forgot, and I didn't want to just like cheat and say that I did it.
Yep.
So I was gonna just
I
say,
already caught that and assumed that you did it.
okay, cool, thank you. I was thinking because I was like, well, maybe if I have the telekinesis ring, I can get his whip down from the tree.
Well, it's not like caught. Like he still got his hand on it.
Okay. You guys want to stop chasing them and talk about what we should do? Because there's probably a lot more fights going on we're going to run into if we keep chasing these guys.
Get some lunch.
Make a perception check, Theron. All right.
Advantage.
Carry on.
You guys want to stop chasing and talk, or
Yeah, I don't care about chasing those guys.
Sure.
Okay. We will go out of initiative. When you stopped chasing, Grimgar was about 10 feet from a guy. Okay.
sorry, I think they learned their lesson.
Yeah, I'm gonna move you, Ryan.
Yeah, go ahead. Ah,
There's a space in between the buildings there.
okay.
You were standing here, you couldn't see it or whatever. From there.
Yeah,
You can't tell that there's a space. But anyway, that is the end of that. So I'll move you guys back over here. There are 4 bodies right here and another one that's not far off.
I want to check the were-tiger body.
Okay. Let me take a look at.
Check out all the bodies.
Yeah, just two people make checks.
Investigation.
Yeah, two people do it. Investigation. 1,
I
17.
have +1 now.
Minus 2.
Yeah, I'll do it. Hey guys, I'm really good at investigating now.
Yeah, 5. All right.
Watch
He's got
this.
a magnifying glass backwards.
Yeah.
Why are they so small?
He puts it in his mouth like a lollipop. Why isn't this working? So searching them, they
Tastes
don't
like a clue.
They don't have any magic items or money or notes or anything like that. They have the weapons they were using, and each one of them is carrying a pin that you have seen before.
I will take the pins.
A pin, you say?
Yeah, you've got. It looks like that.
Aha, Astral
Dun,
Society.
dun.
The Illuminati?
Illuminati.
Okay.
Kind
So
of.
we got 4 pins.
Yeah, 4 pins.
So one of us can't wear a pin.
Well, they weren't wearing them openly. It was in their pockets.
Okay. I'll put one in my pocket and hand out the other 3 to Urkin, Maxon, and Grimgar.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Mike's
Meow
like, I don't know what those are, so.
That's fine. Just
So what are those?
So that's the Astral Society recognition pin.
Is it like an award?
It just tells people that you're part of the group, I guess. Well, I don't know.
Well, wait. What's the Astral Society?
One of the factions that are fighting over the city.
Oh, okay. Bad guys then. Maxon, you can hear to the north the sounds of a rising combat.
I hear a commotion. To the north.
Near Kolbaz's villa.
Yes.
Shall we go that way?
Can we spy on them? Check out what's going on without getting seen?
Approach with caution.
If you want to try.
This is probably stupid to ask, but Urkin, any interest in sneaking in there and taking a look for us?
I don't know if I need to sneak in there, really.
There's
Me-
you guys hear an explosion.
Okay, maybe I do.
Let's just go check it out.
Yeah, I guess we'll be sneaky and we'll just go.
They'll
Look-
see what...
You look over at Yalmix and he's got like a glass of water for some reason. And then you see ripples in the water, like that scene in Jurassic Park. And the camera zooms in on it. And then you hear like a scream to the north, and you see from here like part of a building collapses, and like you can't tell what just caused that, but there is something going on up there.
Maxon, can you just fly up and like take a look?
Aren't I already up here?
You are 30 feet up.
Yeah,
I probably saw what happened then, right?
Fly up
It's not
there.
high enough.
I will fly higher.
How high do you want to go? High enough to see, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's say 60 feet total is enough. You fly up and you can see Kolbaz's villa. You basically see two sides fighting. You're not close enough to really tell who's who, but none of them are really wearing. They're not wearing like plate mail or anything. So it's people who don't wear plate mail fighting each other. And on either side, they both have people casting spells, and they also have non-human things as part of the fight. There's a few golems, in which you figure out that's what was causing the pounding. There's like a couple stone golems fighting that are just destroying everything as they fight. And then there's other kinds of beasts and monsters that are in on the fight. Somebody's got like a giant snake.
I don't think we get involved.
Was there supposed to be a war happening here between golems and snakes?
I don't know. There was one that was supposed to be happening, but
Wait, what's today?
It's the start of the Golem and Snake War.
we have to go back to the future, guys.
Which side are we on?
Other than that,
I don't
everything
think we're
looks
really
fine.
not really
we
on
team-
a
Yeah.
side, are
Team
we?
Snakes?
Oh, it's, snakes versus golems.
So we obviously like Kolbaz, but other than them, do we care about saving any of the other factions?
Well, if we get Snack, Mother, I can get my rewards.
So you want? Okay, well, I don't think they're gonna let us just go talk to her right now.
Yeah, they seem a little busy, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, why don't we go check out the cemetery? We can come back here after they're done with the snake and golem war.
You want to go to the taxidermy on the way, or no? You don't. You think that's pointless?
Yeah,
Or-
weren't we
Which
supposed to
one's-
find a tomb?
Which one's a taxidermy? Is that where
14 is where
Sergeant Cloud is?
yeah, Cloud is.
Yeah,
there.
let's stop by there.
And then 9 is the tomb, which is where the other guy is. Who's the other guy?
Bootlip.
Yeah.
Which guy is the ring that gives us stuff? Like undead powers or something.
That was Bootlip.
Okay.
It is now just crossed over midnight.
Should we try to find some place to sleep?
Just so you know.
Maybe let's go talk to Sergeant Cloud first, and then we can find out where we can stay safely tonight.
As 2 other reminders for you, you got a
There's a
teleportation disc charge back yesterday, and Urkin, you get 2 a.m. boot gold,
Hooray.
just so you remember.
No, I already got all the gold, I think.
No, 2 a.m. hasn't happened yet.
But I have my resistance to non-magical piercing and slashing.
Hmm?
That was days
Oh,
ago.
you're right. That was yesterday. I got it in the wrong place. You're right.
Yeah, if they're all fighting up there, I don't really want to get involved in that big fight. I have no reason to fight on either of those sides at the moment.
Which
Yeah.
number is a taxidermy place?
14.
14.
All right, yeah, sure. It's on the way.
Okay, if you're gonna
Oh,
travel
isn't-
together, we will just use Grimgar's token, I guess.
And we could maybe find out where Urshnora is as well.
Okay, let me move the token, Ryan, because I'm gonna get too confused.
Yep.
'Cause where you are matters. Are you guys trying to sneak through, or just walking like everything's fine?
Let's sneak, right, guys?
I'd say sneak.
Okay. Everybody make a stealth check. And as you start doing this, you hear another explosion to the north.
Wait, let me cast a spell that makes us have advantage on stealth checks.
Advantage?
Pass without.
Oops. I think it's just a plus 10, isn't it?
Yeah.
Plus 10. All right. So we've got so far, we've got an 8, we've got a 19, we got an 8. 2 people left.
Me.
Is that-
17. Wow. Don't you
Oh,
have
that's I
disadvantage?
should. I do. Yep. I was just saying it. Of course, I checked it and rolled. Like
Wow.
an idiot.
All right. Well, you got a 17 and a 20, so your number is 17.
That's a good rolling.
17, 20, 19. Yeah.
Being Elf really agrees with your stealth.
Guys, I feel
Okay.
a lot quieter.
Well, with pass without trace, you guys have an 18, a 29, an 18, a 27, and a 19. So that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pass
Pretty
without trace is
sneaky.
no joke. All right, which way do you want to go?
It's
Grimgard
8 again
side.
here. Potions. Now east and then south and then east from there.
East, south. You want to go all the way to here?
Yeah.
Okay. And then east again?
Yeah.
Now you're there. Maxon, with your observant, you can see that the gate to the south is lit up and there's guys up on the wall just like there was over at the docks.
Yes, I see them.
And then east.
Okay?
East. East.
Right?
East.
South.
All right. So you arrive at a place you can see at 1 a.m. You arrive at a building. There's a big sign above that says taxidermy, and there's a picture or out in front. There's like a giant stuffed like otter. But the lights are off, the doors and windows are closed. It's 1 a.m. and there's a war going on.
Yeah, so it's safe to say they're going to be cautious of anybody coming up to the building.
I got
And it's
hospitality.
1 a.m.
I want to use
Respect.
message.
Okay.
A point at the.
That's it.
There you go. Point towards the building.
Uh-huh.
Say, Sergeant Cloud, this is Grimgar. Are you there?
Yeah, from inside you hear, what? Only you hear it though, Grimgar.
I repeat myself.
Oh. Okay.
Can-
Who's with you?
Several of my allies that were with me the last time we met.
Okay, that's cryptic for some reason. He can only
Well-
he can only make quick responses, so I can't give you a paragraph.
I'll recite the names.
Okay.
You forget our names?
He says, oh, okay. Come to the back.
I just didn't want to say them all.
You tell him that my name is Dragon Splitter.
No, I did not. I said Erkin. He says to go to the back.
Go to the
I'll
back.
start heading that way.
You go to the back, and he's there, and he unlocks a bunch of locks on the door, and he opens it up, and he says, okay, come in, but don't go far, okay?
Okay.
You want us to take our shoes off, or?
Do you all go in?
Sketchy.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. He closes the door and locks it all up again. He kind of looks at all of you, and he says, well, thanks for coming. There has been an awful lot that's obviously happened since I sent my letter. So you're still hanging out with this guy, huh? Points at Erkin.
Yeah.
I really wish you hadn't brought him.
And sometimes
He's
I feel the same way.
He's just a knucklehead. I mean, he's not going to cause any harm.
I killed the dragon.
He did help kill a dragon.
You hear a shout from another room, of a man. Not really a shout, but like a loud whisper. It says, "Cloud, what's going on?" He says, "Jake, shh. I don't want to wake up Kolbaz." And the other voice says, well, "Why not?" And Cloud says, "You know who is here." And Jake goes, "Who?" And then you hear from the other room, "What's going on?" And Jake says, nothing."
Say, is that Kolbaz? You were looking for him earlier.
You hear like some shuffling in that other room, and you see a human in like full plate armor with a visored helmet. He's got his helm like with the visor lifted up, and as he walks into the room, you recognize him as the leader of the guard at the citadel, the kind of fortress on the other side of the river to the west, where you entered the first time. And he walks in, and he sees all of you, and he kind of smirks, and he says, "Well, this ought to be good." and a figure pushes past him into the room, and you see that it is an elderly squirrel man in a robe with a staff, and he looks at all of you, and his eyes go really wide, and he points at Erkin, and he says, "You! How dare you show your face here?"
Can I do a rope trick?
You can.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's just go up in our hole.
Okay. He said. Okay, so you cast that, and he shouts, "Stop!" And
What did he do?
And I got my hands on the rope.
sure, it doesn't
Where's
matter.
he going?
It doesn't matter. Uh-oh. What did
Okay.
you do? I don't remember.
All right, you are stunned. You are automatically stunned. No saving throw, and we are going to roll initiative.
Wait, what? What just happened?
We'll go back to this map.
Hmm.
Let's get rid of dead guys. And this, you guys didn't heal. That's great.
Oh, I didn't click on my character again.
Dude, you're gonna take a nice nap.
Yeah. Would have been nice.
Should we know what's happening right now? Or am I just
No.
confused?
No.
Okay.
No, you're not. If you were forgetting something, I would tell you.
Does Erkin know?
All right. What we're going to do, I don't have an interior map right now. So I'm going to put you guys here for dealing with this. Let's see. He would be in the back. Grimgar's in the front, probably with Theron. And actually, you know what? I know what I'm going to do. I've got this map here. I just need a second. You guys didn't quite do the way I had it set up, so I've just got a global illumination. Save. Excellent. Okay. The party is Grimgar, Erkin, Yelmic, Maxon, and Theron. And then I have to grab the other people who are here. Right. Okay. Okay, let me see if I can get this situated the way it should look. So you guys had come in like through a back door. Grimgar and Theron kind of in the front. Sergeant Cloud talking to you. Maxon and Meowmix. And then Kolbaz and Rashman came through a door. As we're doing stuff, I might draw some walls on here and everything. You can all see, right?
Mhm.
Okay. We are rolling initiative right now. Okay.
Roll a natural one. That was higher than Grimgar and Theron still. Wow.
I don't think you click your token before you hit it either, so I think Joe's got a
I
chance in there.
didn't.
Just roll again so I can fix it, I guess.
What's your dexterity?
It's 20.2, I think.
Okay.
Or no.
20,
wait.
probably your dexterity's at 20, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Meow Mix goes first. Gosh, I don't know. I don't know that he would really do anything because he doesn't have a clue what's going on. So he is going to prepare an infestation to use if he thinks he needs to attack somebody. Which means he is concentrating.
Is any of the four of us good at charisma?
Nope.
No.
Shame.
Sergeant Cloud, seeing that Erkin is stunned, just kind of walks over to him, and he like looks at Erkin's like frozen body, and he says, "They never look evil, do they?" And he pulls out a pair of manacles, and he goes around behind Erkin, and he manacles his wrists while he's stunned. I guess he technically has to make. You're stunned. You automatically fail strength, I think. Yeah, so he's just going to be able to just manacle you with his hands. So on your turn, since you're stunned, you can't do anything. Um, incapacitated, can't move, can barely speak.
Did I get my rope thing off or no?
I would say you got it off, yeah.
Okay. So it's not concentration. It just sits there forever. For an
Okay.
hour.
So at the end of your turn, you can make a saving throw. I will post what he cast on you.
Uh-huh.
So at the end of your turn, you can make a Constitution saving throw, and if you are successful, you are no longer stunned.
Okay.
Okay. So at the end of your turn, you are no longer stunned. Which means you can't say anything because you were stunned for your whole turn. Maxon.
Do I know what's going on?
Make an intelligence check. You can't remember Urkin doing anything that would get this reaction from these guys. Not a save, but
I mean, we're in initiative, but we don't have to fight right now, right?
you're in initiative, which means that time is moving slowly so that people can make decisions. That's all initiative is.
Why are you arresting Erkin?
Kolbaz says, "This is all his fault."
Not saying I disagree with you, but what exactly did he do?
That's all the talking you get on your turn. Do you do anything?
No.
Okay. On Kolbaz's turn. Okay. I have to read some stuff. Just a second. Okay. So, in basically the blink of an eye, All right, and Theron, it's going to be your turn when as you're realizing, like, a whole bunch of stuff just changed in between eye blanks. Okay. The first thing you notice is I draw it. A shimmering cage of magic energy is now around the four of you, not Erkin. And I can describe what it looks like. Oh, actually, you can't see it, but you're a wizard. You know it's there. You feel like you're in a box.
It's not a wall of force.
It is not. It's invisible.
Yeah.
Okay, that's that. You see a 10-foot radius shimmering barrier around Kolbaz. If I can figure out how to do that. They changed it. Oh, there it is. There. See a shimmering barrier around Kolbaz. He also obviously has the mirror image spell running, so there's 4 copies of him within that sphere. Okay. And let's see. And he has moved a little bit. I will put him. Let's see. I've got him back there. Sorry, I'm reading a lot of different things.
Okay.
I'm almost set. Okay, perfect. All right, he moves up to here, and as all of this is coming into vision, that he has moved. He's got this thing around him. You guys, you're the only one that realizes you guys are in that cage because it's invisible. You see as everything comes back into focus that Kolbaz is casting a lightning bolt at Erkin.
I want to use counterspell.
Okay, you use counterspell and it doesn't work. You do use the spell slot though. Roll an intelligence check to see if you know why. Erkin, make a dexterity saving throw.
I get advantage today.
Okay. Well, you succeed, so you take 17 points of lightning damage. Theron, you don't know exactly why, but you think that the field that he has around him somehow stopped your spell from working.
Okay. So he was able to cast number of spells just now on his turn?
Make another. Well, actually, it should have been Arcana the first time anyway. What's your Arcana?
9.
Okay, so it should have been a 17. Okay, so roll another Arcana check. Okay, you know what the field around him is, and you know why he was able to cast so many spells.
Man, this guy's strong.
Is that a 9th level spell?
Yes,
Okay, so Kolbaz is no joke.
right.
And he already cast Power Stun was an 8 level.
When
spell.
do you learn 9th level? Is it like level 18 or something? 19?
It is. What level is that? I think it's 17. I think it's 17. You learn 9th level. What level do you know
Okay.
right now?
I know 6th level spells
6th
right now.
level, and you're gonna get 7 at 13. So you
Yeah.
get 8 at 15 and 9 at 17.
Okay.
Yeah. It's your turn now, Theron.
Okay. Let's see.
And
the barrier.
talking is still definitely an option. Why don't you roll another Arcana for the barrier around you?
Okay.
Yep. Okay, you know what that one is too. Keep in mind that the rest of you 3 don't know any of this stuff. Theron's the only one. Oh, actually, I misread a part. I can make it 10 feet. I'm going to change the shape. I've been like really nervous about this all day if you guys came here because there's a lot of ways for me to mess up what's going on because there's so many spells.
I blame Ryan.
There we go, that's better.
I didn't do anything to piss Kolbaz off.
You wanted to go here.
I did.
Yeah, I mean, we want to see Kolbaz anyway, and apparently he hates you. Somehow you didn't know that.
And so my excuse for Theron realizing that you guys have a field around you is that the lightning bolt hit Erkin and then stopped before it got to Grimgar.
Mm.
So that's why I actually messed it up, but it actually makes sense because that would stop it.
Okay, we're good now?
Mm-hmm.
So Scatter would technically get us out of this, correct? It's a teleport type
Yeah, I
spell.
think so. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess I don't need that at the moment, so I want to talk to him. Kolbaz, I think you owe it to us to explain what's going on. He came here willingly. It's pretty crazy to just attack him without even speaking to us. You do realize who we are, right?
He looks at you like wild-eyed, and he says, "You weren't supposed to let him tell them where it was."
Whoa.
That's what he says.
I'm assuming he's talking about the teleportation circle.
Travis can assume that, or you can make an intelligence check. It's up to you.
I'll just make an intelligence check.
I'd say you remember having a conversation with Kolbaz about how I think you had accidentally told him that one of your party was Zentarum, and he told you to make sure that the Zentarum didn't find out where the teleportation circle was.
And then Erkin never told us that he told them, right?
You don't remember him telling you that he told them?
He was kind of being a jerk about maybe telling them, but he didn't say he did.
I'll tell you this: Travis definitely doesn't know whether Erkin said anything.
It's true.
Just because sometimes you are worried that you've forgotten something. Travis has not forgotten anything.
Which one is Travis?
Wait, I'm confused. Are you hinting that I should make Theron roll?
Oh, you
Is that
already
what you're
rolled.
doing?
I'm
Oh,
telling
okay.
you, that Theron does not remember Erkin ever telling you that he told
He told
anybody
them.
where the teleportation circle is, and Travis has never heard that either.
Kolbaz.
Well, if you're not going to do, if you're not going to cast, you can keep talking if you're not going to use any actions. You talk.
I'll
You
use my action to think more.
okay?
Uh, we were not aware that he told anybody. How do you know that he told anyone? Why would he come walking in here if he did tell someone?
Yeah, how do you know he did it?
He's also the reason we were able to warn you about the Zentarum in the first place.
Um. Um. He says, "I know that it was him because I had people dig into it after the Zentarum killed all of my friends."
yeah.
Did you tell him? Did you tell the Zentarum, Merkin?
Grimgar.
It's not my turn.
You son of a bitch! You're gonna die.
I want to try to place myself in between Kolbaz and Erkin.
Okay, when you go to do that, you slam into an invisible set of bars.
Uh, and then I will say, let's all just calm down for a moment so we can talk this out. Erkin, tell us what has happened.
Okay, start with let's have Theron and Grimgar both make persuasion checks. First of all, I should have had Theron roll one before. Okay, 13's good for how it came out. Okay, 13. Okay, Grimgar, what did you say to Erkin?
I said, tell us what happened.
Okay, Erkin, you can give like a couple of sentences if you want to say anything.
Um.
What did you do?
They killed all your friends. Okay. I gave you a warning, squirrel guy. I gave him lots of warning. I said they were coming.
Feel like you're admitting it.
I may have done such things.
I don't know if we can help you.
I mean, maybe I can make it up.
I don't know how to get through it.
Maybe I can make it up. Okay, make a persuasion check at disadvantage unless you're lying, in which case make
Get
a
up.
deception check at disadvantage.
I'm not lying. I can make it up. 2.
Almost had it.
Got it. A 2. He goes, ha! Grimgar, did you want to do anything with your turn?
I'll try to use healing word on Erkin.
Okay, the field blocks it.
That's it.
You do use the spell, by the way.
Yep, I did
Okay.
mark it off.
On Jacob's turn, he kind of walks over semi in between the two of them. And he says, all right, Kolbaz, everyone understands why you're pissed off. Why don't you just calm down? We know these people want to help make things right. Maybe not that fucker, but the rest of them do.
Feel so bad for Meow Mix right now.
Meow Mix is like, they're not gonna kill us, right? Just the Zentarum guy, right?
Yeah, most likely. I mean, if anything, me and him, but not you.
He's not gonna want to hang out with us anymore.
Okay, so on Meow Mix's turn, what can he do? Anything?
He breaks through the barrier with his net.
Right. Yeah, he's like ponders his spells for a moment and then just shrugs.
It's okay, Meow Mix.
Sergeant Cloud, taps Erkin like on the shoulder with his hand, and Erkin's got his hands manacled behind his back, and he leans in close, so that only Erkin can hear. I'm gonna say that Maxon definitely hears, and Grimgar, if you want to hear, you can roll a perception check. He says, "Look, kid, I need you, so I can't let him kill you, but you need to surrender, or you're gonna die." And he just kind of steps back and actually gives it a little space. You hear that, Grimgar.
Okay.
Erkin, it's your turn.
All right, I get on my knees, and I say, I'm close to a snag mother. I can do whatever you want to the Zentarum.
All right, make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Snake. Just completely switches.
3. Okay. He says, "You think that you're close with Snag Mother? She's used you, boy. She's planning to kill you."
Doesn't sound like the Zentarum Dino.
Can I say something there?
Sure, if it's not game breaking.
I just say that sounds exactly like the Zentarum.
Yeah, so that's gonna be one of those things where Kolbaz is saying that with the camera over his shoulder, so you can see Erkin on his knees, like past his shoulder, and then after Erkin says that, the camera refocuses and you can see Grimgar, and he's like got his arms out, looking around like, "That sounds exactly like the Zentarum."
Shaking my head up and down, going, mm-hmm.
Meow Mix is doing that too because he hates the Zentarum. Yeah, and actually, Meow Mix is going to chime in. That's why everybody hates them. Okay, Maxon.
I want to say, Erkin, this is why you should never go wandering off by yourself again. And that's all I say.
Okay. Let me look here. All right. just kind of a quick scene. Kolbaz is going to come over, and he's not casting a spell, but he just starts. I'm going to roll dagger, but he's punching Erkin in the face. Or he's trying to. He might still miss. That's a miss. He swings and misses. And he says, you were warned. You were told this place was a powder keg. It would have been bad enough to simply give up the location of a secret teleportation circle to the Zentarum, but to do it in the middle of this stalemate? How could you? Their blood is on your hands. Everyone who has died in this city, hundreds. That's his turn.
Oh. A good turn. Oops. Sorry, maybe? Yeah, a little bit.
My turn.
Yes.
Well, I don't know if there's anything I can say to make this any better, but maybe there's a way we can keep him accountable and make it up to you and your lost friends. But that's all I got.
Okay. Grimgar, your turn, and then I'm probably going to take us out of initiative. So, unless there's nothing specific you want to do.
Yeah, not really. I would say I'm kind of just being quiet because I'm conflicted about whether Kolbaz should kill him or not. If I care.
Okay. So we come out of initiative, and what we're gonna do is Rashman and Cloud are kind of on either side of him. And Kolbaz is kind of over here, just in disgust. Turn that
He's
off.
a selfish idiot, but he did warn you.
Okay, sure. Let's have the conversation then, though. So Kolbaz says he didn't warn me that dozens were going to arrive.
What exactly we said? Did we didn't give him any
The
number?
Harpers don't have an army. We only have so many people. I had no idea that they were going to send that many.
Couldn't you have packed it up and left?
Teleportation circle is permanent. It stays in one spot.
Yes, he fucked you. Yeah, he did.
You think that him warning me that they were looking for the circle makes up for the fact that he told them where it was?
No,
they've been looking for the circle for years.
I'm not saying that anything he did was right or anything like that. I'm just saying that there's a part of him is not evil, because he could have just let them take you by surprise and kill like everyone there and just take it over easily. So when he says that he could possibly get some information on the Zentarum for us, I think that you have to at least consider that.
He says, like, really. He says, like, really solemnly, there's no making up for this. I mean, you all saved the city from annihilation, but he killed all these people on a whim. What did they promise you? What did they promise you in exchange for all of these lives?
Some gold, I think.
Some gold.
Some gold.
The Water Baron's dead. All of my friends in the city are dead, and hundreds more. At least if the fire orb had been obtained by the Astral Society, then Dryland simply would have taken control. He wouldn't have detonated it. It's his city. He would have held it hostage and taken control. But telling the Zentarum about the circle destroyed the city for some gold.
Ha.
Cloud kind of chimes in here and says, "No, Kolbaz, take a breath. No one's hands are clean. I had Erkin in custody. I knew he was Zentarum and a liar. I could have jailed him or executed him. I let him go. And you knew that the Water Baron didn't want any teleportation circles in the city for just this reason. And once you knew of the threat, you could have told her. Its secret existence in the first place is a cause of these events."
Yeah, kill him.
God.
Kolbaz says, "If the Harpers followed the wishes of rulers, the whole plane would become the 10th ring of hell. We've prevented dozens of catastrophes across the continent through our secrets. No. What you and I did was done with the best of intentions. And even if that's worth nothing, what were his intentions? He sold out the city for some baubles and a pat on the head from that whore necromancer?"
The necromancer?
I mean, you definitely know she's a necromancer. She's a
I knew that.
necromancer druid. She wears the skull of a owl bear on her head, is covered in dead leaves.
Oh yeah, that's right. The first time you met her, she looked like that.
Mm-hmm. And snag is a dead tree. She's Snag Mother.
I had other motives. I mean, I was the only one that could infiltrate the Zentarum.
And what have you done since infiltrating them?
I've kept up on some stuff I was busy. Okay, I was saving places and killing dragons. I was gonna get on it soon.
Jacob Rashman, the head of the Citadel, says, "Well, I mean that's not what I heard. I heard that you guys went on a road trip with them and protected their wagons from attack from the Astro Society."
That was before.
That's true. We did that.
I also heard that you helped catch someone who was stealing from them.
Yeah, we did that.
Who is that?
Wasn't that the
That was
dog?
the mystery that you guys did. Remember the mystery way back?
Yeah.
Right, I don't think Chris was there for that.
No.
For the mystery solving thing when Jack
Oh,
ended
yeah.
up banging that one girl.
Yeah, that's right.
The mystery.
Uh-huh.
Didn't she help us out at one point? Snag Mother, I mean.
She got you back to the location of the air orb,
Yeah.
and she gave you some money as a reward for helping them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she hasn't really done much else, has she?
No.
I'll respond with that. Well, she helped us out of a jam once, and being an escort to some goods that were being attacked by bandits. For all we knew, wasn't anything we thought was of particular assistance to
Well,
Zentarum.
no. Those things on their own aren't a big deal, but like, you didn't know the Zentarum were the bad guys.
I think it's safe to say that Erkin isn't the brightest person, but you also know that Snagbrother is, conniving and he's naive, so it was pretty easy for her to get into his brain like that and
Hey.
tell him, "Shut up, you."
You don't
So-
need to defend him, Therum, just because he's your friend.
I don't think anything he did was right either, but I think it's worth letting him live to save, hundreds of lives that he could possibly save being alive at this point.
Sergeant
If you keep,
Cloud says, on that topic, what are you proposing?
well, first off, we would like to help get control of the city. In some way, we have to speak to Bootlip still. If we can somehow get control of the teleportation circle, I'm sure that would help a lot. And then, of course, after that, there's still the cultists that we've gotten pretty deep into that are going to destroy the world at some point. I think he's pretty important to us in that journey.
Cloud is saying with all seriousness, do you need him for that?
Yeah, we do actually need him. He's got the skill sets that we need in order to infiltrate these places to stop the cultists.
Is Theron sincere? Is he saying this?
I think so. I think we revived Urkin how many times? And I think, having no friends and anything like that, Theron would actually try his best to keep his friend alive.
Okay.
I purposely did not answer that question.
I'm not going to make you roll. I'm not going to make you roll. For that. Cloud kind of thinks for a second and looks at Kolbaz. And he says, the greater good, Kolbaz. The greater good. He says, Kolbaz says, well, I didn't kill him. I could have. I didn't.
Appreciate that.
I can certainly understand why you wanted to.
He looks at Theron. He's like, I know power word kill. So
I believe you. I saw the time stop you use is pretty impressive.
Power word kill is a 9th level spell, and if it's used on a creature that has less than 100 hit points, it automatically dies. Which is why when you had max hit points of 100 and you came in with injuries, I was like,
He could have done it. Probably wanted to get stage out though.
Cloud says, you need to take care of the tomb first. We've got enough problems. We can't have undead monsters just running around the city on top of everything else. But then after that, if you want to save the city, I mean, you gotta kill this snag mother. You gotta kill Dryland, and then I don't know where we go from there. I don't know of any other city guard or Lord's Alliance soldiers that are even alive other than me and Jake. We don't have an army. Everyone's been killed.
Sometimes small groups can be pretty effective. We've come a long way ourselves with just the 5 of us.
Who would leave a power vacuum though, taking those 2 groups out?
It's true.
Then
I
wouldn't want the city to descend into chaos any more than it already has.
Well, first of all, there's already a power vacuum. Nobody's in control. Second of all, I sent a message to Captain Hammerstrike. They're wrapping up their business, and they're coming, but it's going to be 2 weeks. Do you know of anyone else that we can bring to the city to help us establish order?
Romulus.
He's just in the town there. Didn't we? The Knights of Samular, didn't they offer assistance at one point?
I don't know who you're asking.
I'm talking to Theron, I guess.
Can I roll to see what I would say to that?
They definitely told you to let them know if you needed them to do anything.
Yeah, nice Samular could be an option there.
Why don't I? And I'll say this to the group. I say, why don't I message them and see if they might be able to come help?
That would be a big help.
Who is the leader of that again?
Um,
It
he says, what do you know about what happened here?
Cloud is asking us.
Yeah. Really,
pretty much
I'm asking the players.
pretty much nothing.
Oh.
I guess. We did stop in the barge right in on our way up here after we got your message and saw there was nobody there, but then we got here and we're completely surprised that the city had been taken over by the Zentarum, or at least when it appeared that way when we tried to get in.
All we really know is that the Zentarum took control of the teleportation circle, and that who died? A couple leaders died, right?
Yeah. Well, they're gonna tell you. They know a lot. Kolbaz says after they found out where the teleportation circle was, Snagmother used some kind of druid teleportation to get roughly 24 troops here. They attacked in the middle of the night, and all the harpers that I had called in to protect, they all died. I barely managed to get away. I managed to teleport and get away, but Clark died. This is his shop. He was a tabaxi leather worker, and well, he was the one I had offered could make you magic armor if you killed some dragons. But he's dead.
We did kill a couple dragons.
I mean, after that, I guess the Water Baron heard about the combat and thought that it was Dryland making a move. And Cloud says, we had been preparing for weeks after you all had visited here and identified them, and we were getting ready to make an attack to take down his operation. We weren't quite ready. There were still traitors within the guard. We hadn't rooted them all out, but when the fighting started, she thought it was Dryland, and so she led an attack on the mansion. She was killed, and everyone there was defeated. I had been left at the Water Baron's hall, and when the Zentarum found out that the Water Baron wasn't there anymore, they used the teleportation circle and brought in a lot of troops, and they attacked. I had to retreat. I later found out one of the people, disguised as one of our own soldiers, was actually the leader of the Hand of Yartar. She was killed. She was killed defending the Water Baron's Hall, of all things. Her
Who was it?
name was Peggy Twohead. We'll never know anything about her. She's dead.
Huh.
Well, since then, there's been a full-on war between the Zentarum and the Astral Society. The city guard is gone. I don't know how many commoners are left. Lots of them have died. I'm assuming many escaped, but there's got to be hundreds still hiding within the city. The Zents control the west, the Astrals control the east. Neither of them wants anyone to leave. And the Hand of Yartar, I don't understand what they're doing now, but they've been assassinating members of the other factions, the Emerald Enclave, the Order of the Gauntlet, people that I didn't even know were here. They've somehow found them all out, and they've started assassinating them, and I don't have a clue why they're doing that.
Hmm.
I don't know they hate the Zentarum and the Astrals, so I don't know what's going on with that. And I don't know who's in charge. Not that I did before.
Is that the end of his speech?
Yeah.
Thank God.
I asked him, have you heard of a woman named Urshnora? She was a spy, not a spy, but someone that was just here, to give us information. We had just paid her to uh, be here and update us if we came back to the city.
Friend.
No, I haven't heard of her.
Any of the inns or bars occupied, or every place is shut down?
I mean, everybody who isn't a member of one of those two organizations is hiding. We've been trying to work out what to do, but even with Kolbaz's magic, there's only 3 of us.
Well, yeah, 5 more at least. Is there? They fight each other every night like this?
It's been pretty constant. I think it's a matter of time before the Astrals lose. The Zentarum keep bringing in more people. Um, the only advantage that the Astrals have are that they know the city a lot better, and the Zentarum are bringing in a lot of weak people, just hirelings. And so even though they have a lot of numbers, a lot of them are dying.
Are you guys Team Snake or Team Golem?
I don't know what that means.
I think they're neither.
They don't know about that. Okay.
They're neither.
They don't know about it.
They're not on either of the sides fighting each other.
To be fair, the snake and the golem are on the same team.
Fair. Snake and Golem versus humans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Damn.
Kolbaz, you said Snake Mother was planning to kill Erkin, is that right?
Yeah.
How'd you know that?
Well, before the um, the members of the Emerald Enclave in the city had been assassinated, I managed to make contact with some of them, and they were finding out information.
How strong is Snagmother?
She's not as strong as me, Kolbaz says, but she's tougher.
We teleported to the teleportation circle.
She's at the Water Baron's Hall.
So could we take control of the teleportation circle? Is there a way to stop it from letting other people in?
We could try. They have a lot of people there and some golems. It would be a pretty tough fight.
Get in and deactivate it somehow?
Probably, but we'd die.
Or use wall of force around the teleportation circle so we could quickly deactivate it and then teleport us out.
No, I think we need to concentrate. I think we need to, even if we get rid of the teleportation circle, we have to get rid of her first.
She is expecting us to visit her, right? Ergen didn't.
She told me to come see her.
Yeah.
She told you to come to Kolbaz's villa to meet her.
But she's not there, so she lied.
Technically, yes.
Cloud says, Sounds like a trap.
Hey,
Yeah, so walking into the water baron's place is not going to be. Well, we have to either fight our way in or sneak our way in.
We could
They
try to be deceiving and say we found out she was there from yeah, member of the Astral Society that we interrogated.
It doesn't really matter because she wants us dead regardless.
Yeah, but if we got in to see her, then we could kill her. Try to kill her first.
But I don't think anyone's going to let us in there. I think we'll still have to fight our way.
Cloud says, well, they haven't been putting too many guards at the Water Baron's Hall. They're trying to protect the teleportation circle for exactly the reasons you said. They know that it's the source of their power. Snagmother is cocky. She doesn't think that she can be overpowered and defeated. But she's also not expecting the 5 of you to team up with us. If we attack the Water Baron's Hall together, the 3 of us can get you inside, and you can kill her from there.
A good idea. So we take care of the tomb first, and then regroup and.
Yes, but I want you to keep in mind, and I'm telling you this now so that the characters can remember it later. Within the Water Baron's Hall, teleportation is blocked. That includes Misty Step. And physical attacks other than bludgeoning have no effect on anyone.
Okay.
There was actually a part when you guys were there that Erkin had whipped a guard and it did no damage. That was why. The whip is slashing damage.
Cool. So we all got to have bludgeoning physical damage. So, Rob, your bow would still work, right? I'm sorry, Maxon.
Yeah.
is that piercing?
We also got these pins from Astral Society guys that we defeated.
Yeah, we might be able to use that to kill Dryland. I think we start with Snagmother, then do Dryland, because if we kill Dryland, the Zentaro might just spread and take the whole city.
Okay.
What about the ghosts? Let's deal with the ghosts.
The ghosts first. Bootlip gonna help us if we can get rid of the undead problem.
Well, he's still injured.
Okay.
You can ask him.
Huh? They have nothing to do with Snagmother, right? Even though she's a necromancer.
Who does? The ghosts?
The ghosts.
No, that's unrelated.
What do we know about the undead besides that they're there?
It's a tomb. It's warded by magic that keeps them from escaping. But the magic apparently expires every 300 years, and your job is to go in and reset the ward.
Do we do that?
Bootlip is going to explain it to you. That's why he's there waiting for you.
So get some rest, go to the tomb, take care of that problem, regroup, kill Snagmother, regroup, kill Dryland, regroup, take over the teleportation
Well,
circle.
we're gonna have to kill Snagmother and Dryland in the same day. We can't let one side get stronger than the other. We kill Snagmother, we kill Dryland, and then we use the Knights of Samular to take the teleportation circle.
And to kill Kolbaz.
I mean, do you say that, Chris?
I think it pretty hard.
Think it pretty hard.
So
We need to put a muzzle
in
on
the
the guy.
character.
You know, if Kolbaz really wanted to kill you, I wasn't gonna stop there.
I mean, what if I really wanted to kill him? You don't think I could take him?
He is an auto kill move. He's level 17 or up.
He's level 18.
I can eat anything.
How would we get through that force barrier anyway?
I could just scatter us out.
Yeah, I think that would have worked. I didn't look into it.
You needed to make a save or something, though. I think to
There
get,
was a
to get it
save
to
I would
work.
have had to make.
Yeah.
It's hard to get out of that. The bars are spaced out, so if you polymorphed into like a butterfly, you could get out. But
I was definitely gonna just let him kill you.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely gonna let him kill you too.
I had to redo this entire city because Chris did that.
Really, Cloud and what's the other guy's name? Jake.
The city wasn't supposed to fall apart. I warned you guys like 9 times that session
Can you
not
tell
to
us what
do
he did?
anything.
How did he get away and tell the Zentarum?
That's up to him to tell you guys.
Oh,
I mean, I was hoping he'd survive, but there was no way I could have gotten through the barrier and saved him.
yeah. I mean,
Would Erkin tell them, Chris? He doesn't have to.
I don't know. They asked really hard.
yeah. Can I ask you now?
I don't know if we want to do it in front of the Kolbazes here.
He doesn't have to be in front of Kolbaz.
I just mailed the letter when we were in Goldenfields. That's it.
Just recently when we were there fighting that rat guy.
Yep. Right after we killed the rat guy.
What did she offer
Or
you?
before. I forget.
What was
It
the
was
reward?
It was like I don't know, like 100 gold or something. It was something.
Oh,
it was
I forgot-
tied in.
100 gold.
Yeah, it was something low.
I forgot to mention that in the fighting, Zilt died too.
Aw, man.
Yeah.
He wanted me to kill a bunch of guys, and that was one of the things.
Idiot. Got Zilt killed.
Yeah, gonna miss him.
North's probably
They-
dead too.
And they were gonna kill you. They weren't even gonna give you a reward.
You really got
Well,
played hard.
Yeah, now we know.
Now we know.
That sucks.
I hope one of the cultists destroy the world while we're doing this. You son of a bitch.
Oh, you were gonna get 500 gold.
Hey, that's not bad.
It's not great.
How many lives in a city?
And if we were gonna get like magic armor and shit, we're not gonna get any more.
No, all
It's probably
the
worth
dragon
500 gold.
This place sucks. We
Well,
should
yeah,
never come here.
So now you've got all these dragon parts and you can't use them for anything.
Oh my
You,
god.
Just condemn the
Wait,
Zentarum.
he was
Just
a Dragon
tell us
Park
you
guy?
condemn them.
He was a Dragon Park guy? He's dead?
Yeah, Clark, the guy that owned the shop you're in, Clark the Tabaxi. He died. All the other Harpers died except Kolbaz.
How long ago did he die? Can we reincarnate him?
Well, the body's gone. He died at a place that Kolbaz had to run away from. He has no idea what they did with the body.
How many days?
He died. He died on the 17th.
What's today?
You don't have your in-game calendar. Today is the 23rd.
So we had 2 weeks, right?
10 days.
Yeah, I guess if you
Yes.
can find the body and it's worth 1,000
Yeah.
gold, reviving him.
Another 4 days.
Okay,
500
it
gold.
doesn't make a ton of sense, but I'm tired of having this in my to-do box. Theron, you get 3 renown for saving golden fields from the Harpers.
Right.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to find the Harpers.
Yep.
Sergeant
I
Cloud.
forgot that he was a Harper. So I'm renowned 10 now as a Harper.
Oh, okay. Well, you get to pick a proficiency then.
You on?
Harpers. Oh yeah, you are now a. I mean, do you really deserve a promotion? A bright candle.
No flame.
Does not
Um,
deserve a promotion.
You can choose one of these to gain proficiency. If you pick a musical instrument, you have to pick a specific one.
Kazoo.
Pick the harp.
I'm not gonna pick a musical instrument. Or what?
Is Sergeant Cloud part of the Lord's Alliance?
He is
Yeah,
not. Jacob Rashman is though.
Oh.
Sergeant Cloud. The only thing he is basically a police detective
Okay.
in the city. He doesn't like any of the factions personally, including the Lord's Alliance. He doesn't like the faction stuff, and he explained to you before. All it does is lead to disaster, and like he's just expected all of this.
You see the guy interviewing us in the jail cells?
Yes. That's why he's blaming himself too, because he let you go. He should have executed you.
Point.
Yeah, this guy's the worst.
They're saying that about.
Not only did Chris tell them, he tried multiple times to tell them, and just couldn't find a good opportunity.
I really wanted to tell him.
And then when he finally
You-
did tell him, I had to put in like 6 days of work redoing everything in the city.
Me too, because he doesn't regret it at all either.
He doesn't.
I think we restored the balance.
Should have just killed him. Maybe when you guys come back, Kolbaz will just kill him.
Maybe. Let's see what he does. He'll probably piss him off again.
He can still do it.
Yeah.
I should secretly destroy
Maybe-
these guys.
Maybe he
Oh.
had some spell to tell if you have
Especially if
remorse or
next
not.
and now that and next time maybe he won't even waste the spell on Force Cage. He won't have to do that. He'll just assume you guys will let him kill him.
I don't.
This is always
think
the
I can stop.
evil character.
Which proficiency did you pick?
Miss supplies.
Okay. So if you guys want to take a long rest here, you can.
Yes.
Do they have any weapons here? That would be good for bludgeoning in the Water Baron's Hall, or to know where I could find one.
I don't think they have any extra weapons here. They have just what they have.
Let's see if I can find something.
Yeah, I'll have to see if you can find something. Or just cast spells and don't physically
Yeah,
attack.
true.
Okay, so you guys are going to take your long rest. Why don't...
Sorry,
ahead.
sorry. Before we do that, I want to use sending.
Okay.
And let's see, Knights of Samuel. That's what I was trying to do before. That was a lady, right? That's in charge of them. Trying to find her name.
I gotta look her up.
Yeah.
Hold on. Summit Hall. Lady Stormbanner.
Where's Storm Banner? Yeah, so cast sending to Lady Storm Banner. And I'll say Lady Storm Banner, this is Grimgar. We are in Yartar. City is in chaos. I beg the knights to come assist and restore order.
And bring chicken.
Okay. It takes a minute, and then you get a message back that says, Grimgar, it is 3 in the morning. We will head out as early as we can for Yartar. What should we do when we get... And that's the end.
Okay. I've got lots of spells before long rest, which is why I
Okay.
wanted to do it.
Uh-huh.
So I'll use it again and say, we are attempting to take care of an undead problem. Then we'll regroup in the southeast of the city at the tabaxidermy. Yeah, and that's what I'll say for that message.
She says, why don't you give me instructions on when to meet you when it gets close? It's gonna take us probably 4 days to get there.
Okay. Send one more. Say, sounds good. I will send you a message in a few days.
Love you.
Oh, sorry, I'll finish it with saying Sergeant Cloud. What's this other guy's name here?
Jacob Rashman.
Jacob Rashman.
I think he's a captain, but
okay, and the dude there. I keep scrolling around, which I can't find.
Kolbaz.
Kolbaz are our allies here.
You didn't tell her who took over, right?
No, I just said it's in chaos.
Okay. She says, well, if you can send me another message, who was it that caused the chaos? Was it the cults or the undead or those fucking Zentarum?
That's in fact say Zentarum and Astral Society are both fighting over the city. Zentarum started it.
Well, actually, technically, I think the Astral Society started it. But she says, all right, good to know. If we see any on the way, we'll kill them.
Okay.
And that's it. Okay.
Anyone else I should send a message to? I've got like 3 more spells I could use today.
You have our friends nearby?
I could try to send a message to Urshnora.
Yeah, do that. She's around.
So, well, I'm using it at higher levels now, which I don't
Yep.
think makes any difference for sending.
It does not.
And to say, Urshnora, this is Grimgar. We are in Yartar at the tabaxidermy. Are you okay?
She says, motherfucker, of course you'd show up. I had to join the hand to survive. Didn't know what else to do. Meet me somewhere if we can talk.
A message her back and say, we'll try to meet you tomorrow. I'll use another sending spell to tell you a place to meet. Why is the hand assassinating people from the groups, the factions?
It's complicated. And I'd rather tell you in person. Wartime makes strange bedfellows. Stay safe.
Okay.
Make an insight check. Just to see if Grimgar gets any gauge on that. Okay. You don't get any gauge whatsoever of any honesty or anything like that, but you do note that she was completely alert, as opposed to Lady Stormbanner, who you obviously woke up.
Okay.
Anything else?
I don't think so. What do you guys think?
We killed Zentarum. Do I still get to keep all my renown?
He's a new leader.
No. No. And assuming Snagmother really was going to betray you and kill you, you're not in the Zentarum anymore.
I have their card. They gave me a membership card.
You can totally trust that.
And I'm not going to tell you what's really going on, but they did tell you to go meet Snagmother at a place she wasn't at. So, you be
They're
your
the
own
only-
judge.
They're the only group that appreciates me.
No.
Well,
Yeah, that's
High
true.
Forest elves appreciate you.
Yeah, but I never see
Didn't
them.
they give you a sweet tattoo that lets you transform into shit?
It's all right.
What did the Zentarum give you again?
Nothing yet, but
Yeah,
I was getting
well.
close.
They're gonna
Steal
kill
all the
you.
gold.
Right. Out the window in the background, a Zentarum guy walks by in a red hat.
Really?
Get him.
I'm making a joke.
Is that Mario?
It's an insurrection thing. Nobody gets this?
Nope.
No.
Okay. On the front of the hat it says "Make Yartar Great Again."
That insurrection. Yeah.
I see.
It's too soon.
Too soon.
Too
Gotcha.
soon for me to get the reference. Man, I guess it was a bad joke. I just got to take the L and move on with my life.
I thought it was something about killing Urkin. That's why I didn't follow.
Okay.
Sounds like a red hat with some sort of rebel.
No,
Thing.
okay. It's fine. Maybe it's for the best that nobody got it.
I was
a
thinking
movie.
Mario too.
now.
It's me. Fucking bye.
That was my
Jumps up.
initial thought was Mario.
He looks both ways and then jumps up and hits an invisible brick, and a gold coin comes out. He was running off.
Sewer pipe.
Yeah, into a sewer pipe. And then the Ninja Turtles kill him. The Ninja Turtles. The monk turtles.
Mhm.
You should add some monk turtles to this game.
The teen leveled monk turtles. I don't know. That was a hard one to get. Okay, we will start the next morning. You went to bed so late that you're actually gonna be waking up at 11 a.m.
We roll our overnight stuff.
Yeah, Chris already rolled. I don't remember 98 being so crappy, but I guess it is.
I keep getting that one too. It's like the third time I've
There's
gotten
a
it.
few that you get all the time. You've gotten that slashing thing, I think, multiple times.
Yeah.
65. Ryan, you're almost due to succeed, by the way.
Yeah, I
You
know.
failed enough that the odds are that you're going to succeed sometime soon.
It's not. Yeah, it seems like it's a worse chance than it should be here.
What's that for?
If I get my level or under, then my god intervenes or something like that. Like it can be pretty good, I think.
He does a prayer. It's called divine intervention, and it can be something really good. Yeah.
Let me find where it says what it is. Describe the assistance you seek. Nature of the intervention. Effect of any cleric spell or cleric domain spell would be appropriate. If your deity intervenes, you can't use it again for 7 days.
If you couldn't tell from that, there's not a lot of rules to it. It can be whatever the imagination allows to the extent that I'm willing to allow it.
Defeat that cult.
No, not that ridiculous. But okay, well, next time we will start with you guys heading to what is finally in January our Halloween event.
Hooray.
We finally made it. I mistimed it by 3 months.
Wait,
Nice.
the tomb?
Yeah.